All right, today I'll just be going over natural gas. Um, it moved a lot today, and I think what's going on is that the downtrend is being reestablished. So it's very interesting, especially if that's true. All right, so let's just take a look at this. But before I go any further, I want to explain the model. All right, so the model is really simple. Basically, when you have a wave, right, that's in a trend, there is going to be here on the pullback, like let's say this is a trend high and a higher high. Here on the pullback, you have pullback buyers. Pullback buyers. I'll just put PBB. Pullback buyers are here because they're buying the pullback. What the next place is right here where you have breakout buyers. These are your breakout buyers. Let's just call them Bob. And then finally, you have profit taking at the top. Okay, this is just your profit taking. This is a model that is common sense, and it's based off, what we all know to be fact, that in directional market, the only way to make money is to buy low and sell high, right? That's the only, and to sell high and cover your shorts lower. All right, so this is the only way to make money in directional market. There's no other way. Buy low, sell high, or sell high and then buy it back low. So I equated this directly to the model where pullback buyers is really reaccumulation, but I don't want to use those terms. It's just pullback buyers. And then on the breakout, you have heavy volume because they're breaking out to go to higher highs because it's a trend. And then finally, at the top of a rally, you have profit taking. So this was the simplest, most common sense, logical model that cannot be denied because it's based on a fact: buy low, sell high, and it's easily provable on any market, any chart. It's very easy to show and doesn't require zero background knowledge in terms of these methodologies that try to teach you things in too many books and stuff like that, and you don't even know if it's real or not. You don't know if it works, and you don't know if it's true. A lot of a lot of Elliott wave, a lot of, again, even the weird Wyckoff stuff, the where they start creating phase A, B, C, D, and looking for things in phase A and B and C and all that. It's very challenging, uh, and it's not simple, and it requires an entire study of a methodology, um, and you don't even know if it works or not. And there's stuff in cycles also that's really out there, but it's none of them. Anyway, forget that. Let's just talk about facts here. All right, so higher time frame on the left hand side and lower time frame on the right hand side, and we see what's going on here. So natural gas, where are the breakout buyers? Well, obviously they're at the breakout, where the breakout is right here. All right, so they're the breakout buyers right there. How do you know it's an increase in volume breaking out against the high and it has follow through? And you have some profit taking right here at the high of the rally because the buy low. Oh, yeah, where's the buying? The buying is right here on the 4 off the low. Pullback buyers are right there. Right there. And breakout buyers, then there's profit taking. Right there. And here again, you have breakout buyers. Why? You see, as it goes to resistance, it increased in volume, and therefore they're breakout buyers although they're far less than the prior breakout. The prior breakout is double 8. Here it's half 4. So that in itself is an issue. But anyway, then finally, what do you have after breakout buyers take it to a high? Obviously, you have profit taking, which is right there, and it's profit taking. So the model is really simple. Here you couldn't really see the pullback buyers against this breakout. I don't know why. Sometimes it's you won't see them visibly on every brick size or every time frame, but generally you'll see it. You'll have breakout, profit taking, pullback buyers, breakout, profit taking, pullback buyers, breakout, profit taking, pullback buyers. It's the same thing over and over again, and it's repeatable on almost every single wave, in fact. I mean, again over here, breakout buyers against this high. What do you see? Increasing volume right there. Right there they start, and actually right here on the 15 as well. Why? Because it's taking out that high. Right there. The label is one brick off, but right there it is. Where the breakout buyers, they come in on the 4. Why? It's increasing volume and reverses, right, at certain areas. Also know the pullback buyers, they tend to come in 2 areas. One is against the breakout, and 2 is the low, where the where the origin of the move started, where the place where trend is defended. All right. So anyway, to make a long story short, what's the point of all this? Oh shit. So so I want to see when there is a breakout. You see this breakout, and it goes into a rally. I want to see what happens on the pullback to the breakout. Again, there's just 2 areas. There's just 2 areas where pullback buyers, you want to take a look at them. Look for them. Where? At the test of the breakout and right at the low. Meaning like this first green brick right here. That's it. That's where they're going to come in. It's a good idea for them to like defend trend at the breakout, but sometimes in weaker trends, you'll have a deeper retracement. And when you have a deeper retracement, it means it's going to come down to where? The low. That's it. That's all it does. So another right here in the low, okay? Or the breakout of the low. All right. So we want to see what happens here, because that's where the breakout buyers are supposed to enter. If it fails, it's going to just go a little bit lower and just take a look at there. Typically, they'll be there. All right. If they're not buying against the breakout, it's just a deeper retracement, and they'll be there. So over here, he'll take a look, examine what happened here, and then what we'll do is examine right there, and you're going to notice that there was some issues here in terms of volume, amount, and commitment, because look at this, 8 went down to only 4. And when the profit taking is bigger than the breakout, like even here, I'm a little wary. Or I'm a little wary. Why? Because you see the volume, the big red right here. So this is not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Why is the profit taking bigger than the breakout? And why is it their big red? Well, it's because it's part of their distribution. It's not just profit taking. It's actually getting ready for, distributing. So they get into markdown. So these were your early warning signals that, be careful if you're long, right? If they're offloading that much on the rallies, yeah. So anyway, big red, big problem. Holy shit. This is the biggest down brick in 100, and this is even 100 also, in 100 bricks. So that was the signal that something's not right. Yikes. Anyway, let's go back to this area is what I'm going to examine right here. Why? Because you're testing the breakout, and it's really, that's where I want to see, look for trades, right? I know that the breakout area has, they came before. So what do we see? As the market is testing the breakout, what do you see? Buying. What does that mean? When the market is testing the breakout and you have buying, who is this? This is the pullback buyers. This is the pullback buyers, because I explained that look on the left-hand side right here, you have a breakout. Where do you want to look for them? You want to look for them in two spots, on the retest of the breakout and on the low right here in this green brick. So the first step is to see if they're here. As the market tests the breakout, what do you see? Buying. They're there. Bingo. So join. If you're a pullback buyer, you join in right there. And then that shit goes up. As it's going up, it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have a problem, Scotty. Over here, you have selling. Now, do I know that, it's going to fall or whatever? No, obviously not. Like, signals mean absolutely nothing without a higher time frame, level, and some type of intelligence, meaning you need judgment. You need judgment. This cannot be done by automation, bots, indicators by itself. It cannot be done. There'll be too many misses. You'll miss a lot of trades if it's done in a automated or whatever fashion, or indicator based, because of the variation in the market. Even say, even for example, consider a breakout. Breakout can happen against resistance, but there can be many points of resistance. There can be resistance at the high, and there can also be minor resistance within the pullback. So you can have actually two breakouts. All right. So, which one do you pick and all that? So this is why it requires judgment as well. Like over here, what I showed the pullback, now we see the profit taking, right? So over here, I explained how pullback buyers are here, right? I showed that. Then when it rally over here, what happens after your pullback buyers? It goes to a high. What do they do at the high? Take profits. So you have profit taking. Now you have profit taking, right? There's that shit right there. And it's profit taking because it's at a rally, and one other way to do it is the prior wave typically gives you some type of estimate. For example, here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bricks. Here you also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not saying all the time it works, but it gives you an estimate of what to look for. Like, okay, there's 5 bricks. This next wave might be like 5, or maybe 1 less, 4, or maybe 1 more, 6 bricks. It doesn't mean it's going to be exact, and it may not, and it might just keep on going. But it gives you an idea. And then finally it reverses. Okay, so right there. It reverses, and you see the profit taking is baked in right there. You can very, very, very clearly see selling. So what's that mean? It means there is profit taking in the form of selling, but this selling, now you're gonna see when the pullback buyers fail. All right. So now we're gonna take it all the way back down to this area right here, where they're supposed to defend. They're supposed to defend because it's at the low near this. All right. So now it goes down. It goes down, and right there, I think right there, against this area of the low, the trend low, look at the buying that comes in. Look at that buying. You see? So pullback buyers are there. The pullback buyers are there, but unfortunately the sellers and the sellers have not weakened. This might look like a climax, but sometimes you just, crazy things happen. So are the pullbacks buyers near the trend low? I mean the swing low? Yeah, they are, and this is their print. There's the shit right there. Buying. Who's buying? Pullback buyers. How do I know? After the rally, it pulls back to test the low. Right here, the pullback buyers come in. And you'll see as the pullback buyers are buying right here, these profit takers, they don't care. They're just going to slam them down. All right, and that's what happened. That's what happened. So, and the pullback buyers, they're underwater right here. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll try again, and they'll try to step in again. Usually what happens is they step in at the breakout level. If it doesn't work, they step in near the low. Here, they stepped in at the low because the breakout was not that strong. If you see over here, it's an 8, and then over here it's like a 3 or a 4 or 3, 4 and 3. So it's not that strong, and there's much more selling than buying. Like that ratio is not good. You have 4 to 13. It's like 3 to 1. So 3 times more profit taking than breaking out buyers, and no pullback buyers. Something's not right. Anyway, whenever one or the other group is missing, that concerns me. Because there's like an interplay between them. Anyway, so the pullback buyers do step in right here. It goes up, but it gets stuffed. And how do you know it gets stuffed? Right at resistance, right? Look at the volume, 41. Boom. And what happens? Immediate reversal. So they're getting stuffed right here, right? Meaning by those profit takers who are actually loading up to add to their shorts, and see this as an area to sell, a zone to sell, a level to sell, or whatever. And then it goes down. Now they're going to try one more time, the pullback buyers. But in my experience, when they fail, right, like near here, don't re-enter, because something's not right. And what's not right is there's too much profit taking relative to the small amount of breakout buyers, relative to no pullback buyers, at least on this time frame, the brick size. And the biggest clue, which was this distribution, meaning the selling of the rallies. You see here, rally selling, big red, big red. So I mean, this is why indicators cannot take these various clues and put them together. It requires judgment, and there's no indicator that would be able to take, okay, let me take this time frame, let me take that time frame, let me take this factor and that factor and all these other factors and weigh them. And this requires creative thinking. It does not require mathematical thinking. It does not require even some type of logical thinking. It requires, first and foremost, creative thinking, which is different. It's not like if then else. And that's a different story. So here, basically the pullback buyers fail, and that first attempt by the pullback buyers failing, because it comes all the way down here, right? And they try to bounce and they fail, and they fail and takes out the low, is telling you that they're screwed. Even though they're going to try to attempt again. don't even think about it. Like over here, they attempt, and it's kind of interesting because they're actually all over the place. If you see, the pullback buyers are struggling here. This it's right here. This is their attempt. How do I know? I know because rally, there's a spring, and look at the volume that comes in. That's big volume right there, 55. They're trying to hold that level, You know, they're like, okay, this is against where we bought before. Let's defend it. So what are they doing? They're defending right there. But, and then it goes up, tries to form a springboard, has a breakout, but it cannot, it's not going further. And where does it get stuffed? Right there. Right there. You see the 14 is greater than the 10. So then these guys are like, oh shit. And the pressure is applied where you say that 34 against the 55, they're breaking them down. That volume is like, I'm going to go right through you. And it does. And still, like, these breakout buyers, they are not giving up. You could really tell, like, goes up, down, spring again, and then they try to buy one final attempt and forget about it. So that's the story. That is the story of the failure of the breakout buyers on pullbacks. So the question here is how, if you're joining breakout buyers, what do you need to see? You need to see a breakout that's strong. It's quantified by the amount of volume in it. You need to see follow through, and you need to see a pullback to test. And these red, whatever, when the profit taking is significantly more than the breakout, there's something, in my opinion, there's something wrong. All right. And 8 to 13, that's already giving me a hint that, something's going on. But 4 to 13, no way. There's something really off. So you need strong breakout buyers because they have to defend that area. And you need to ensure that the profit taking is not significantly more than the breakout buying. And the third piece is the pullback buyers. The prior pullback, there needs to be pullback buyers. If they're pullback buyers, like here, there's no pullback buyer. I mean, they are, but it's not on this brick size. It should be here. As long as they're pullback buyers, they're breakout buyers, and the profit taking is not that much more than the breakout buyers, and the pullback tests that area, and the breakout and the pullback buyers are coming back in, the chances are quite high that the market's going to continue going with trend. All right, this is the model, and these are the facts that I constructed for tape reading. The common sense with that doesn't require any advanced methodology other than understanding that you buy low, sell high, and that equates to what? It equates to pullback buyers, then breakout buyers, then profit taking, and repeat. and repeat. And when one group is not there or has too much, there's a problem. What do I mean? I mean, if the breakout buyers are not there or they're weak, there's a problem. If the profit taking is too heavy, there's a problem. If the pullback buyers are not there, there's a problem. You need pullback buyers, you need breakout buyers, and you need profit taking, but your breakout buyers should be there with high numbers in terms of volume, and the pullback buyers should be there. And when the profit taking does occur, it shouldn't be too heavy where, it's like a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 ratio between profit taking and the breakout buyers. This common sense approach, I think, is very telling, and you see this on every chart, every brick size, every time frame. I mean, I just pick any point here. Okay, and it should be in a trend. Like if it's in ranges, it confuses the hell out of me. So, I mean, you just pick it. Like, I don't know what. Right here, you have breakout buyers, right? Right there, you have profit taking, reverses breakout buyers, profit taking, pullback buyers, breakout, profit taking, pullback. You see just by the increase in see right here is the breakout buyers. Here's the breakout buyers. And I think this is the breakout buyers too. This is the BO right there, breakout buyers. Right? And all you need to do is wait for the market to go back into that area to see if the pullback buyers are there. So for example, here it doesn't test, but here, there's shit right there. You see, it tests. So here you have pullback buyers, but it's not very, very evident. Why? Because you had heavy profit taking over here. Right? But it's less than the pullback buyers. It's definitely not 3 times greater. Breakout buyers at 39, pullback buyers at 36. It's not like 69 or whatever. So here again, you have 81 on the breakout buyers, profit taking right here on the 21, right? Reversal right here. And then they step right back in, the pullback buyers on this 34. You see the numbers increase on the reversal. Then breakout buyers, it doesn't test yet. Now it tests the breakout. Just draw a line. It's like, otherwise you can't see it clearly. Now it tests and you see the 12 up. Who are they? Pullback buyers. And continues and continues until you have breakout buyers to the downside. Now you have to wait until it tests. Do not go lower than that, otherwise it's going to get up thrusted. So now you draw a line right there, and what do you notice? Right there, these are all pullback sellers. Then you have profit taking. Oh yeah, breakout buyers right there. I mean, not breakout, sellers, not buyers. How you know 20 against this area? These are your breakout sellers. Here they start, this is a minor counter trend. That's all it is, minor counter trend. And the whole purpose of this move right here is to do a stop run against this area. This is the manipulation right here. And when they do the stop run, right at that area, like right there, they get all the stops, right? They fill the sell orders. How many? 117. You know how big this is? It's bigger than well over 100 bricks. So this is, you call a liquidity grab, or you could call it a stop run, or you could call it filling their sell orders against buy stops. Boom. So then, yeah, they do their job. Okay, so now it goes down. Pullback sellers, breakout sellers. There's this shit there. And right, I think this is it. One of these two. Now you have to wait until it tests this area, at least this area. Don't even think about like lower than this, because that's all garbage, right? At least this area, it has to test. So, right. And what happens? When it tests, right there, 14, the number increases, and there is a reversal. Sometimes the pullback sellers will come in on the red brick down. Sometimes the pullback sellers will come in on the green brick up to get the best prices to short. How would you know that they're pullback sellers if the brick or the bar is green? Because right after it, and I mean right after it, there'll be a red bar. So you know. And right there, you have pullback sellers. Right there. Right after it, you have the red bar. Continues down. Again, what do you have here? Breakout sellers. Right there. Now you wait until it gets into that area. But in this case, they took it out. So when they take out the breakout, the next area to look at is the turning point, the pivot, the origin. And what do you notice? Bang, 41. That is your pullback sellers. And how do you know? Remember, right after it, if it's on a green brick, you don't know unless right after it, there's a red brick. So there's your confirmation. And it's a wrap. All right, folks, take care. Bye.